Ladies and gentlemen, today we're gonna finish phase 2 of my mega super duper base. That means we brought in all the raw resources via belt or train and they get processed. As well as we talk about a little bit of the future of my tiny nitty base over here. And we are gonna process some quartz and some copper into sheets as well. Oh, welcome everybody, I'm Papa Snusi and thank you for joining me on this beautiful day in Satisfactory. Oh, last time we did all the iron ore smelting, all the copper ore smelting, and we have a lot of iron ingots and copper ingots, but all the belts are empty. Well, I stopped the inputs over there because the game was laggy as hell when these machines all turned up and running. If you haven't seen last episode where we built all this crazy madness, I recommend checking it out. The link to the whole playlist is in the description down below, and if you're down there and you like my stuff, consider subscribing as well. Yeah, that was weird, Papa. Don't make that sound again, okay? Anyways, straight into today's episode. Well, we need to build some walls, we need to build another floor, so that we have enough space for the next manufacturing stuff and crazy shit, and we are so high up. Look at freaking that. Can't even see the ground with all this fog around. At some point I have to turn off the fog, because if we quickly fly up just a tiny little bit, that means maybe 1 or 2 or 3 floors, we are completely in the fog and it's all white and can't see anything here, anything, so we have to turn off the fog eventually. Now if you know me a little bit, you know what's coming, so I'm setting up for some nice shots, and then we get some blobs over here and we have another floor in just a second. Now as always, don't blink so you don't miss it. Yeah, lovely stuff, Papa Snusi, lovely stuff, isn't it? But Papa, you forgot the floor. What the hell is this? Well, before we get into that, let's quickly build. Nothing to worry about. Firstly, I take you to my little spreadsheet. On Daniel's Satisfactory calculator, highly recommend checking out that website. It is pretty good stuff. And very easy to read, so you just select what you wanna build. Then you select the old recipes and disable the normal recipes you don't want. You get the amount in per minute, what you want, and it will calculate all by itself. Pretty easy. And now you can see what I'm trying to build overall, what my overall goal is, and that is 60 turbo motors per minute. Oh, that's a lot of freaking tickets. Yes, baby. Okay, quick. We brought in all the iron ore, that's done. All the copper ore, that's done. The water, it's not exactly the same number as we bring in. We bring in 12,000. The Caterium ore we bring in already. We have already processed the Caterium ingots and the quick wire, that's done. The coal we have, the crude oil stuff, all the oil stuff we have. Only thing left, quartz. What I need is 2777.78 quartz a minute. Well, that's a bad, oddly number. I bring in a little bit of more because it's easier to process after that. And what gets quartz turned into? Well, quartz crystals. We need around 1000, I call it 700 quartz crystals a minute, and that's what we're gonna do today. As well as we're gonna process all the copper ingots we built last episode. That was around 7200 a minute, and as you can see, only one arrow towards this next green field here, and that's copper sheets. So we need the 1550 copper sheets a minute. well, it's gonna be 3600 copper sheets because we make 7200 copper ingots. And on top of the quartz crystals, we do the copper sheets as well. So many constructors to build this episode. Over 355 here, and over there over 47. Now, where do we find all this quartz that we need? Well, I know there are some pure patches over there, and there are a pure patch and a normal node. And we're gonna collect them. And conveniently enough, I have already set up a train line to over there. Yes, that's right, future-proofing this. Is always what I recommend to you guys as well. And on these trains here, I have used 4 train wagons to bring oil into base, and we have 4 left for the quartz crystals, and this train is already filled up with some quartz crystals because I built all the quartz outposts already. And that's what I'm gonna show you guys real quick over here. When I fly so fast, it's pretty laggy. I'm truly sorry about that. So here we catch up the 2 pure quartz nodes, as you can see. And I recommend, if you're using more than 1 train, always buffer some stuff up before and then put 2 inputs into the train station. So the train station inventory gets fuller a little quick before the next train arrives. Simply stuff, simply math. And if you wonder, we are right here on the map. 2 pure quartz nodes. And the other 2, well, that was a little bit tricky because where is that leading to? Well, in this cave down there. And I built a little train station over here as well. So the trains go from base all the way to the back there to pick up some oil, and then on the way back they pick up the quartz crystals over here at this station. I called lovely pure quartz load 1. Very uninspired name, I know. And there's the pure quartz load 2 over there. And you hear that sound, all these spiders around. Just to showcase, I will stay in fly mode. We are in this massive big cave right here on the map on the top left side, where there is also a SAM ore node. And future proofing again, I already placed a miner on top of it and bring out the belt as well. So if we follow them lovely conveyor belts as well as the power lines, we go all the way through this cave. Over here, up this bump, down in a little hole, it gets tiny, and then through these leaves, and out we are to the train station. So the main entrance is right here. You don't have to get rid of the leaves. Just go through, walk through, it's no problem at all. But bring with you some tools to fight this monster massive spider thingies, whatever. And the SAM ore belt is leading to nowhere because we have no use of SAM ore at this point. So that question out of the way, let me quickly build this floor. Et voila! And I built already a little bit further. As you can see on the left hand side here, we have some constructors laying around. 3 of a kind in each tower, and what they do, ladies and gentlemen, they produce quartz crystals. They take in 37.5 and spits out 22.5 parts per minute. And that on each of these constructors. In total, that's a number of 78 quartz constructors. That makes a total amount of 1740 quartz crystals, so a little bit more than we need. But it's always better to have a little bit more than a little bit less, right? Just simple life question that is. Now I just have to belt it up, but I can wait a little bit. I want to build the constructors for the copper sheets as well. And I think I'm using the exactly same design because it's constructors with one input, one output. And I like that design very well. It's kind of similar to the last design we did on the floor down below. But it's easy and effective, and look how I did the wiring stuff for the power. So a double outlet here on the wall attached, and from this pole goes to that machine, and to the top machine, and as well to the next machineries. So it's simple and it don't clip, and I'm very happy about that. Okay, what for the copper sheet constructor goes, we need 360 copper sheet constructors, and conveniently enough divided by 3, that makes 120. So 120 of these little towers to build more. I think we have enough space over here. What do you guys think? Yes. I wonder if I can fit in 30 of these bad boys in a row. That would make it very easy and make 4 rows of them. We're gonna see while I build that. So I'll be right back. And we back. So I managed to fit in 20 of the towers. That means we needed 6 rows in total for the copper sheets. And it was really easy, just copy and paste that stuff. The real hectic part is coming now, where we have to do all the belt work. But again, I'm gonna turn on some music and place one belt after the other. And the inputs and outputs are pretty easy numbers to deal with as well. We bring in 600 copper ingots on one conveyor belt over there. So that means 2 belts for 1 row, and for the output is just 1 belt. Because, oh hell, why we need so many machines, you think? You may ask. They spit out just 10 copper sheets a minute. And we need 3,600 of these bad boys. So that's why so many machines. So, let me build the belts, and then I'm back. You gotta love those cuts, didn't you? Just the tedious work out of the way, and here we are. All connected, all belted up. Well, not connected, as you can see. That's what the fun part is. That's what we are doing right now. Turn on this beast, and I hope my frame rate doesn't get too bad, so I can still record. And already placed some awesome things to stress test this thing, but no time to waste. That have to go to there, that have to go to there. There's the quartz crystals, this one have to go to there, and that have to go to there. Now that's the quartz crystals out of the way, ladies and gentle peeps. Over here we need to connect the copper ingots. Misclick, 1 to here, 1 to over here, then the next one's over here and over here, and the rest you know what's coming. Lovely stuff, all connected up, all flying around, and I can already feel the frames. Oh, it's so bad, and it just turned on these machines. Nothing under my feet is working on the floors down below. It's so bad. I hope they got the game optimized a little bit more, so mecha bases are that frame heavy. I guess I could turn down the graphical options, but I'm not really this guy. I love when it looks nice and not have all the edges and shapes around and whatnot missing. I hate that in the games today. I mean, we have 2020, right? And I have a pretty decent computer as well. So stress test that thing. As soon as the bells stop where the input is, I'm gonna connect these to the sinks, and then we're gonna stress test a little bit. So I make a cut more here, and I'll be right back. Okay, on my overwatching little tower over here, I can see that all the belts are running and all the machines have enough raw resources or ingots get in, and it's looking good for the copper sheets as well as the quartz crystals over there. So not really something to worry about. It was a pretty easy project, a lot to build, of course, but pretty easy project with all the numbers and whatnot. And we have now enough quartz crystals and enough copper sheets to progress on the next floor, I guess. It's always gonna be a next floor, ladies and gentlemen. But now that we are phase 2 complete of my super duper base, what do you guys think? I think we wrap up the shape of my tower a little bit now. I mean, on the bottom floors we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these kind of floors. It's very big. There we have a very big area to work with. Then we get a little bit smaller on the upper part there, and there are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 floors. I think a little bit of an uneven number is very good, makes the shape a little bit different. But the next step, I think, when we enter phase 3 of my base, and that's all the intermediates. Oh, can't wait to get into some cool designs with all the manufacturers and assemblers and whatnot. That's gonna be very cool. We have to break up the shape even once more. I think I go with a little bit again smaller on top there. In the future we need a lot less machineries, but they are quite bigger like the manufacturer. So yeah, smaller it is gonna be. And my question to you, how we gonna get that? I need a little bit of help maybe for that. So there's gonna be one more floor here, and then we have to get a little bit inside with the shape of the base. And my resource elevator towers on each corner here, where all the resources get transported. There's gonna be much more conveyor lifts in the future. I didn't bring up all the resources we processed down below there yet. So what's for sure is we go in from the corners to a little bit of a smaller shape, and then we are gonna test out a little bit different wall system. So if you have any suggestions, let me know these in the comments down below. You can also hit me up on Discord, or you can tweet at me at @papasnusi. I would really appreciate some suggestions, because I think we built this base together, not just for my personal preferences. So if you're still here and you made it to the end of the video, thank you very much for watching and hanging out with me today. And what for the future goes, I know at some point we have to get into the nuclear stuff, but as you may know, on the end of the month, or I probably guess start of the next month, there's gonna be an update to the fluid system in the game. So I'm not gonna touching nuclear before that update. I think they changed something with the water inputs on the nuclear reactors, because at the stage right now you cannot overclock some nuclear reactors because there's more water needed to cool that reactor as you can provide with just one input of a pipe. So I'm not gonna touching them before the update goes. That means more work in the base has to be done, because the nuclear stuff we're gonna build somewhere other on the map, because it radiates the whole area around it. And then we are going to the final steps, to the 60 turbo motors per minute. And I can't wait to watch that moment come. We are gonna have so many tickets. And we will get to that golden nut over here, I promise. And really fast with all these turbo motors in production. Oh. And then we have to make a nice trophy room and a hypertube hub and purify my base overall so we can access the whole base by foot and place some little things here, attach some little things there, so a lot of work still left. And I really can't wait to get there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this episode, leave me a like. A nice comment down below. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing if you like my stuff in Satisfactory 2020. Satisfactory friends, thank you so much for watching. Catch you next time. Bye bye.